So and I think it's right on time as more of our students who are U.S. citizens are moving to Tijuana for a simple fact that the cost of housing, it's more affordable.
It's really an honor to have conversations with leaders from California and Mexico at this forum that we just hosted here at UCSD. I want to thank UCSD for hosting us, the California-Mexico Universities Opportunity Forum, where we had conversations with presidents from universities and chancellors, academics, researchers, leaders in policy, talking about how we can bridge the divide that exists between our two countries and primarily focus on California and Mexico. That's what these conversations were all about, and it was really an honor to have these conversations with all these leaders. They all had a unique perspective, a really wonderful opportunity to learn from all of them. I hope you enjoy them as well.
Yeah, I want to welcome Dr. Mark Sanchez, president of the Southwestern College Community College here in San Diego. Really great to have you here. Thank you for being part of the forum today. Let me first ask you, as an educator, what does being in a forum like this mean to you? Why does this matter to you?
Yeah, thank you, Assemblymember Alvarez. And first and foremost, kudos on putting together just an amazing event today. It's a pleasure and honor to be here. As the superintendent president of the Southwestern Community College District, we're the only institution of higher education in the South County. Being born and raised in San Diego, Barrio Logan specifically, have had a long history of understanding what this binational region means to both of our communities on both sides of the border. And so being here today, it's really, really important because it gives us an opportunity to look at how we're managing the talent pipeline or the people and how we can prepare them for the opportunities, not only now, but into the future. The workforce is evolving rapidly. And so we want to make sure as an institution of higher education that we're being responsive, but we're also providing those real opportunities to people who seek higher education and the opportunities we provide at Southwestern.
So you had a chance to listen to a couple of panels. We still have some going on as we speak. Mm-hmm. You've done already some work on this binational front. First, let me ask you about what work have you done on the binational front? And then I want to ask you about what you've heard today that maybe you're potentially interested in pursuing and intrigued by what you've heard. So what kind of work are you doing today?
No, fantastic. And, over the last 3 years specifically, we've signed memorandums of understanding with Cetis University, which is just on the other side of the border in Tijuana. They're WASC accredited, Western Association of Schools and Colleges accredited. So we've created partnerships with them where we've articulated our lower division, our 2-year coursework from the community college to their international business degree, leading directly to a baccalaureate degree from Cetis. And so we've aligned that coursework. There's no wasted courses in that sequence. We've also done work with UABC, the Autonomous University of Baja California, also looking to do the same things where we can articulate our 2-year coursework to their 4-year degree programs.
So what does that mean to a student? You're through Southwestern College taking these courses, which count just as much as here as they do there. You get a degree from the Mexican institution, or tell me, to a student, what does that mean?
Yeah, it's a great question. So and I think it's right on time as more of our students who are U.S. citizens are moving to Tijuana for a simple fact that the cost of housing, it's more affordable. But if it's not only for the U.S. students, for the true Mexican students as well, what the program means to them is they get to do a 2-year degree, an Associate of Arts, and we can, through AB 91, charge them the in-state tuition rate. So they would be paying a resident tuition rate, not an international student fee. So it's affordable. So therefore, you're removing the high cost of an education. And those 2-year degree programs align directly with the university programs where the outcome will be a bachelor's degree. And one of the keys for that is that then it gets recognized by the workforce on both sides of the border, those same credentials, so that the student can immediately go to work in an occupation that pays them a livable wage on both sides of the border.
Yeah. And why that matters is because, as you mentioned, we have a workforce now that is much more globalized, much more, people don't stay in the same place forever, right? And so I think what fascinates me about that work is that you're getting to learn a different culture. You get a degree that's as valid here as it is in Mexico in the case of this program you have with Cetis. Why do you think that matters today more than ever? You do workforce preparation, really, is what our community colleges sort of really feel that. You prepare them either to enter the workforce or to enter a degree program, a bachelor's degree program that will get them ready to enter the workforce. Why does a model like this make sense? Why would we spend time going through the bureaucratic hurdles of partnering with institutions that are on the Mexican side of the border?
Yeah, you said it. I mean, and I think since we've emerged from the pandemic, it even became more prominent, but we truly are in a global economy. And so the more we can prepare our students for those types of experiences, especially when you have a rich binational community just on the other side of the border of San Diego, and understanding the long history in which programs like CETIS University and the Autonomous University of Baja California, UABC, they have a long history of sending their students to Spain for international learning opportunities. And those students come back with a richness of understanding of how the workforce works in other parts of the world. So when we can create these opportunities, it's in addition to, it's not in lieu of, we're just creating a broader scope of understanding for our students, not only giving them the credentials to be competitive in the workforce, but also understanding culture and community. And you really give people the options to be able to experience anywhere in the world and take their skills anywhere in the world.
Yeah, there's some things that you capture in a degree, in a diploma, and some skills that are never captured in a degree in your title that you receive. But these experiences can provide to students.
Yeah.
Let me ask you, so you're a community college system, but in San Diego anyway, in South County, you're the leading institution of higher education for families that live in that part of California and that part of San Diego. What are some of the things, I've talked about this with a few folks, we've got to change the model of education just because we've got to adapt. The world is changing. We haven't changed as quickly. We have the same system of education that we've had essentially for over 60 years now. We're looking to do things differently. You're definitely innovating down at Southwestern Community College. What's one space perhaps that you'd like to innovate and do things a little bit differently? This is a big deal. International studies is a big deal. That's not something community college students often have the opportunity to do. You're providing that, which is great. Certainly your location makes that ideal. But what other ways are you looking to innovate, whether it's on the binational front or just from an education standpoint?
Yeah. And you said it, really the basis for how higher ed operates in California was really conceptualized through the California Master Plan for Education, which was written in the 1960s. And a lot has changed since then. And so the way that we're innovating is really by building on-time programming that is supporting our workforce and industry needs. I'll give you an example. They just built the beautiful Gaylord Resort and Convention Center in Chula Vista. Have a very good relationship with Scott Siebert, who's the executive manager. It's a Marriott property. And we started planning long before the opening of the Resort and Convention Center because he was going to need culinary graduates. He was going to need fire science graduates. So we created the pathway and the pipeline for our students to be able to get their credentials in those programs and meet a workforce need and be able to live and work in their own community, which has not always been the standard. For people that have worked in those industries for a long time, they've had to commute to central San Diego or even North County to get those jobs. But now they're able to work in their own community, and Southwestern provides the credentials and certificates for those workforce opportunities. In Tijuana, one of the pieces that we've been working really intentionally on is a lot of the universities in Tijuana don't have bioengineering degrees. So our faculty have been working with the faculty, particularly at CETIS, to build a seamless bioengineering degree that would take our 2-year degree programs and lead right to their 4-year program, because there's a huge need for bioengineers in Tijuana and Baja California. So those are just a couple of examples of how we built the programming to be responsive to our community.
So those are really well integrated systems and programs, obviously, which require some dedication and time. So congratulations and kudos to you and your team for doing that. What about I don't want to say the simpler, but maybe the easier types of programs like student exchanges? I've said it before. People have heard me. One of the biggest regrets I had was not doing a study abroad program. I think it's one of the most valuable things people can do at that time of your life when you're in college. Community college students, are those opportunities out there? Do you see the conversations today maybe leading to that? What do you think about the topic of either student exchanges or study abroad programs for community college students in particular?
Yeah, there's definitely opportunities out there. And as a matter of fact, for the past 2 summers, our students have participated in an international study program at CETIS University, which is for our students that live in San Diego or Chula Vista specifically, but have had the opportunity to have an immersion program over the summer. We've done that. This is the second summer in a row that we've done this programming. And certainly our goal is to try to expand that programming for our students, because you're getting at a historical element where our students have never looked at the Baja universities as an opportunity, or at least it's been a small number that have looked at the Baja universities as a pathway to their career opportunities. And so we definitely want to expand that. The road is both ways in terms of our partnerships. So really, as more students start to learn about these opportunities, the more we'll grow these programs into the future.
So we're lucky that at today's forum, we've got people from the entire state of California, and seems like virtually the entire country of Mexico. A lot of opportunities there. Sometimes bureaucracies and systems get in the way of partnerships. So why is this convening today, this forum, useful or significant or important to you?
Yeah, I really think it's the theme of the day. So it's moving from dialogue to action. And we've at Southwestern have been having dialogue, but have actually put some practical steps into place with our partners from Tijuana. It's important to us, but I think it's important to our partners in Tijuana, Baja California as well, that they actually see action steps in terms of our relationships and our partnerships. And when we do that, both of our communities win. And oftentimes I consider it one community that's blurred by an international border. But our communities win when we do this work together. And so it's very, very important to come up with outcomes that deliver for our communities. And so being here today with all of our partners shows that commitment, shows that we're ready to take additional action steps to enhance our programming. And when we do this, the entire region will win.
Well, again, want to thank you for being here, for all that you've done already to elevate this as an important topic, not only in words, but actually in actions with programs that are happening in communities already at your college in Tijuana. And any sort of parting words, final words you'd like to share about perhaps what this future has in store for Southwestern Community College?
Yeah, we certainly want to be the incubator to a larger university now initiative in the Millennia East Chula Vista property. The programming that we're building with San Diego State, UCSD, CSU San Marcos, National University, Point Loma Nazarene University, Arizona State University, and soon the University of Southern California will serve as that pathway to occupy that larger university now a property, which is going to give students in the South County a whole listing of opportunities and programs and degrees that they'll have access to in their own communities, as well as hopefully the opportunity to bring over some of our Baja universities to be able to offer courses there as well. So I think we're really close.
Yeah.
And I'm really, really looking forward to that project coming to fruition. And Southwestern will be a part of it, not only through our presence, but also through building our own baccalaureate degrees that will create opportunities where those opportunities exist for Southwestern to be able to provide that. Yeah.
Well, again, thank you. Congratulations on everything you've done.
Thank you for your leadership. Thank you for your leadership, Assembly member.
Thanks.
Yeah.